Ambassador Hyunwoo stood before the great council chamber, his crystalline body flickering with frustrated orange light. For 50 years he had been sending messages to the small blue planet called Earth. For 50 years he had received nothing back, not even a simple no thank you message. The chamber buzzed with angry voices from dozens of alien species. The Nexari floated in their gas clouds, making soft whooshing sounds of annoyance. The Korath warriors clicked their claws against the metal floors. Everyone was talking about the same thing: Earth silence. This is an insult. War leader Kef slammed his fist on the table. His red eyes glowed with anger. We are the Galactic Council. We represent 300 worlds. How dare these humans ignore us? Hyunwoo's light turned a calmer blue. He had been dealing with Earth longer than anyone else here. Perhaps they are simply primitive. Their radio signals suggest they are still fighting wars among themselves. Maybe they do not understand our messages. A Nexari named Veltar drifted closer, his gas form shifting purple with doubt. 50 years, Hyunwoo. 50 years of perfect silence. Even primitive species sent some kind of response. Fear, curiosity, hostility, something. But Earth sends nothing. The other council members nodded their heads, tentacles, or whatever they used to show agreement. This was the 127th time they had discussed Earth in their monthly meetings. The empty chair-marked Earth representative sat in the middle of the chamber like a bad joke. Council leader Mordan, an ancient being with 6 arms and wise eyes, raised one hand for silence. The facts are simple. Earth was discovered 53 years ago. We have sent 847 diplomatic messages in 12 different languages. We have included mathematics, pictures, music, and even simple trade offers. Earth's response is complete silence. He looked around the chamber at the 100 different alien faces watching him. Yet their technology grows. Their satellites multiply. Their space stations expand. They are clearly intelligent. So why do they ignore us? War leader Kef stood, up again. His warrior armor made loud clanking sounds. I will tell you why. They think they are better than us. They see our peaceful messages and think we are weak. The Korath Empire knows how to deal with such arrogance. Violence is not the answer, Hyunwoo said quickly. His crystal body flashed warning red. Earth has shown no hostile actions. Their ships stay in their own solar system. They have not threatened anyone. Exactly. Kef's voice boomed across the chamber. They hide in their system like cowards. Real civilized beings join the galactic community. They trade, they talk, they share knowledge. Earth does none of this. Far away from the council chamber on the blue planet they were discussing, Dr. So-young sat in a dark room full of computers. She wore a simple white coat and had tired eyes from staying up too late again. On her screens, she watched the live feed from the council meeting. She understood every word they said. Earth had been listening to alien communications for 52 years. They had learned 12 alien languages perfectly. They knew the names of every council member, their home worlds, their favorite foods, and their biggest fears. Another angry meeting, said Jinwoo, walking into the room with 2 cups of coffee. He was a young scientist with messy hair and coffee stains on his shirt. Kef wants to invade us again. So-young accepted the coffee gratefully. He says that every month. The others always stop him. They still think we are just primitive and scared. Good. Jinwoo sat down next to her. Let them think that. General Minho wants to keep it that way for as long as possible. On the screen, Council Leader Mordan was speaking again. We have been patient with Earth. Perhaps too patient. Other species needed only 5 or 10 years to respond to first contact. Earth has had 53 years. The council members murmured, agreement. Veltar drifted forward, his gas body turning serious gray. What if we send a ship? Not to attack, but to show them we are real? Maybe they think our messages are fake. Or what if we stop sending messages, suggested another alien, with tentacles instead of arms. If they want to stay alone, let them stay alone. We have 300 other worlds to worry about. War leader Kef laughed, a harsh sound like metal scraping metal. You are all too soft. I say we send a fleet. Show them that the galaxy has Rules. Make them understand that ignoring the council has consequences. Several other warrior species clicked and growled their agreement. The peaceful species made worried sounds. This argument happened every few months, but lately the warriors were getting louder. Hyunwoo's crystal body turned deep blue with worry. He had studied Earth longer than anyone. Something about their silence felt wrong. Not primitive wrong, but careful wrong, like they were watching and waiting for something. Council leader Mordan raised 2 hands for attention. We will vote next month. Earth gets one more chance to respond. If they stay silent, we will decide what action to take. This cannot continue forever. The meeting ended with the usual angry buzzing and clicking. Aliens floated, walked, or slithered out of the chamber. The Earth chair remained empty and ignored. Back on Earth, So Young turned off the video feed. She picked up a secure phone and dialed a number only 12 people on the planet knew. General Minho? It's So Young. The council just set a deadline. 1 month, then they vote on action. The voice on the phone was calm and professional. What kind of action? Kef wants a military response. The others want diplomatic pressure. But sir, I think Hyunwoo suspects something. His behavior patterns show increased worry. He might be starting to realize we are not primitive. Understood. Continue monitoring. And So Young, make sure Captain Yoonji gets the full recording. She needs to know what Kef is planning. So Young hung up the phone and looked out the window at the night sky. Somewhere up there, aliens were making plans for Earth. They thought humans were simple creatures who did not understand the galaxy around them. They were wrong. Earth had been listening to every word, learning every secret, and preparing for this moment since the very first alien message arrived. The silence was not ignorance. It was strategy. Soon, the galaxy would learn the difference. Captain Yoonji floated in complete darkness between 2 massive alien space stations. Her ship, the Soul Shadow, was invisible to every scanner the Korath Empire possessed. For 3 hours, she had been watching their shipyard build new warships. The ships were big, scary-looking things with lots of guns and thick armor. The Korath workers moved quickly, welding and connecting parts with military precision. Yoonji counted 47 new ships in various stages of construction. Recording. Complete, whispered her navigation officer Tae-min. His voice was barely audible even in the silent ship. That makes 200 new Korath ships in the last 6 months. Yoonji nodded, her eyes never leaving the alien shipyard. They are preparing for something big. Send the data to Earth immediately. General Minho needs to see this. The Soul Shadow turned and accelerated away from the Korath space station. In seconds, they were jumping through hyperspace back toward the solar system. The aliens never knew they had been watched. This scene had been happening for 50 years. Human ships, invisible and silent, had been visiting every corner of alien space. They mapped military bases, recorded conversations, studied technology, and learned everything there was to know about the galactic community. It started during Earth's last global war. When the first alien message arrived, world leaders were suspicious. Why would advanced aliens contact a primitive world? What did they really want? History taught humans that when powerful groups contacted weaker ones, it rarely ended well for the weak. So Earth made a decision. They would listen, but not answer. They would learn, but not reveal. They would prepare, but stay hidden. General Minho had been a young military officer when the project began. Now he was old and gray, but still sharp. He stood in the deep underground, facility that served as Earth's xenological command center. Around him, hundreds of scientists and officers worked at computers, analyzing the data that came in daily from their spy ships. Sir, Dr. Jinwoo approached with a tablet full of new information. Captain Yoonji's report confirms our suspicions. The Korath are building an invasion fleet. Ship designs match their historical conquest patterns. Minho studied the tablet. The Korath Empire had a simple strategy. They would arrive at a planet with overwhelming force, demand surrender, then incorporate the world into their empire. It had worked on 37 worlds so far. How long until the fleet is complete? Minho asked. 8 months, maybe 10. But sir, there is something else. Jinwoo's voice was worried. We decoded more of their military communications. They specifically mention Earth. They call us the Silent Prize and discuss how easy we will be to conquer. Minho was not surprised. Earth's official technology level appeared to be chemical rockets and early nuclear power. Any alien civilization would see humans as helpless primitives. That was exactly what Earth wanted them to think. What about the council vote next month? Minho asked. Our analysis predicts a 70% chance they will authorize a diplomatic mission to Earth. Multiple ships, multiple species, designed to look peaceful, but carrying enough firepower to destroy our entire surface fleet. Minho smiled grimly. The aliens had no idea what Earth's surface fleet actually looked like, or their hidden fleets, or their production facilities scattered across the solar system. In another part of the facility, Dr. So Young worked with a team of linguists and psychologists. They had created detailed personality profiles for every important alien leader. They knew who was honest, who was corrupt, who could be trusted, and who planned to betray Earth the moment they got the chance. Hyunwoo is genuinely peaceful, So Young explained to her team. 50 years of communication analysis shows consistent patterns. He really wants diplomatic contact, not conquest. But he is only one voice on the council. Her assistant, a young woman named Hae Jin, raised her hand. What about the Nexari? They seem neutral in most debates. The Nexari follow profit. So Young replied. They support whoever offers the best trade deals. Currently, that means staying neutral and letting others make the first move. If Earth proves to be valuable, they will switch sides instantly. Meanwhile, in the asteroid belt, construction crews worked around the clock on humanity's greatest secret. What the aliens thought was a simple mining operation was actually the largest shipyard in the solar system. Massive factories carved into asteroids built ships that incorporated the best technology from every known alien civilization. Chief Engineer Dong Min supervised the final assembly of humanity's newest battleship. It looked nothing like the primitive rockets Earth used for public space missions. This ship used Forthak crystal technology for energy, Nexari gas compression for faster engines, and improved Korath armor designs for protection. How many ships? Operational? Asked his assistant. 1,437 as of today, Dongmin replied, with another 200 completing final tests. We will have over 1,600 ships ready when the aliens arrive. The aliens expected to find Earth defended by maybe 50 primitive spacecraft. Instead, they would face a fleet that outnumbered their entire combined navy and used better versions of their own technology against them. Back in the command center, General Minho received daily reports from spy ships throughout alien space. Captain Yoonji was not alone. Dozens of invisible human ships watched every major alien world, recording everything and sending it back to Earth. The aliens talked freely in their own space, never suspecting that human ships listened to every conversation. Earth knew about trade disputes, military planning, political scandals, and personal secrets. They knew which species were secretly planning to attack others, which alliances were fake, and which council members took bribes. Sir, Communications Officer Hae Jin approached with an urgent message. Long-range sensors detect unusual activity in Korath space. They are moving fleet units toward the border with Council territory. Minho studied the report. They are positioning for the diplomatic mission to Earth. When the Council authorizes peaceful contact, Kef plans to volunteer his ships. Then he will claim Earth for the Korath Empire before anyone can stop him. What are your orders, sir? Minho was quiet for a long moment, thinking. For 50 years, Earth had watched and waited and prepared. Every human leader since first contact had known this day would come, the day when hiding was no longer possible, the day when Earth would have to reveal its true capabilities. Activate Protocol Revelation, Minho said calmly. Send the order to all fleet commanders. If the aliens want to visit Earth, we will be ready to welcome them properly. Around the facility, officers began implementing plans that had been prepared for decades. Earth's hidden fleets received movement orders. Production facilities switched to emergency status. The most advanced ships in the solar system began moving into position. The galaxy was about to learn that the silent planet had been listening all along, and Earth was ready to talk back. The Galactic Council chamber had never been so full of anger and determination. Representatives from every major species crowded around the central platform where Council Leader Mordan stood with official documents in his 6 hands. The vote is final, Mordan announced. Earth will receive one last diplomatic message. They have 30 days to respond. If they continue their silence, the Council will send a peaceful enforcement mission to establish contact. Ambassador Hyunwoo's crystal body flickered with worry. Define peaceful enforcement, Council Leader. War Leader Kef stood up before Mordan could answer. His red armor gleamed under the chamber lights, and his voice carried the confidence of someone used to victory. The Karath Empire volunteers to lead this mission. We have experience with stubborn civilizations. 200 ships should be enough to show Earth the seriousness of this situation. Gasps and murmurs filled the chamber. 200 ships was more than most species used for actual wars. Several peaceful aliens made worried sounds, but none spoke against the proposal. Veltar drifted closer to the platform, his gas body turning concerned purple. 200 ships seems excessive for a diplomatic mission. Earth has shown no hostile behavior. Earth has shown no behavior at all, Kef replied harshly. 53 years of silence is behavior. It shows arrogance and disrespect for the entire galactic community. They need to understand that there are consequences for ignoring the Council. Hyunwoo tried one more time. Perhaps a smaller mission would be better. 10 ships, representatives from different species, carrying gifts and peaceful intentions. Kef laughed, a sound like grinding metal. You have been sending gifts for 50 years, Crystal Being. Did Earth respond? Did they show gratitude? No. They require a stronger message. Around the chamber, other military species nodded agreement. The Thek warriors clicked their approval. The Zoran hive mind buzzed in unison. Even some peaceful species seemed convinced that Earth needed stronger encouragement to join galactic civilization. Council Leader Mordan raised 2 hands for silence. The Korath proposal has merit. Earth will understand our seriousness when they see our commitment to peaceful contact. War Leader Kef, you may organize your diplomatic enforcement mission. Diplomatic enforcement, Kef repeated with a predatory smile. Yes, very diplomatic. Earth will learn respect for the galaxy's greatest civilizations. As the council session ended, aliens dispersed to their ships and homeworlds. Most felt satisfied that Earth would finally be forced to acknowledge the galactic community. A few, like Hyunwoo, worried that this approach might go wrong. None of them knew that every word had been recorded and transmitted to Earth within minutes. On Earth, Director Subin stood in the secure command center beneath the Siberian ice. She was a small woman with sharp eyes and graying hair, but her voice commanded instant attention from every person in the room. Protocol Revelation is now active, she announced. All hidden assets are authorized for deployment, all classified. Projects are cleared for operational status. The period of watching and waiting is over. Around her, officers and scientists worked frantically at computer stations. 50 years of careful preparation was being activated in a single day. Communication networks that had never been used sent coded messages across the solar system. Facilities that officially did not exist powered up for the first time. General Minho appeared on the main screen, broadcasting from the Asteroid Command Center. All fleet units report ready status. We have 1,637 operational ships with full combat capability. Another 400 ships will be ready within 2 weeks. What about the aliens' timetable? Subin asked. Intelligence suggests they will depart for Earth in 25 days, replied Captain Yunji from somewhere in deep space. Her stealth ship was shadowing the Korath fleet assembly. War Leader Kef is gathering ships from 12 different worlds. The final count appears to be 203 vessels. Subin nodded. Then we have 25 days to complete our preparations. Jin Woo, what is the status of our technological integration? Dr. Jin Woo looked up from his workstation. All captured alien technologies have been successfully incorporated into our ship designs. In many cases, we have improved on the original specifications. Our ships are faster, stronger, and more heavily armed than comparable alien vessels. Weapon status: every ship carries a full complement of human-designed weapons, plus modified versions of alien technology. Our energy weapons use improved Vorthak crystals. Our missiles incorporate Nixari compression technology. Our armor uses enhanced Korath metallurgy. Subin smiled grimly. The aliens were coming to intimidate primitive humans with their own technology. Instead, they would face ships that used better versions of their own weapons against them. Communication status? Subin continued. Officer Hyejin reported from her station. We have maintained perfect linguistic analysis of all galactic languages. We can communicate with any alien species in their own language, using proper diplomatic protocols and cultural references. We also have complete psychological profiles on all major alien leaders. And our position? Optimal, Director. We know everything about them. They know nothing about us. When their diplomatic enforcement fleet arrives, we will be ready to demonstrate the difference between arrogance and preparation. Across the solar system, humanity's secret military awakened. Hidden bases on Mars, Europa, and Titan activated their defense systems. Asteroid mining facilities revealed themselves to be massive. Weapons platforms, the space stations that aliens thought were simple research outposts, opened to reveal entire fleets of advanced warships. Pilot Tai Min sat in the cockpit of his fighter, one of 50,000 identical craft scattered throughout the solar system. Each fighter was smaller than most alien shuttles but carried more firepower than alien destroyers. All pilots report ready, he said into his communicator. Earth Defense Force stands by for orders. In the command center, Director Subin watched displays showing the massive fleet humanity had built in secret. Every ship had been designed based on stolen alien technology but improved by human engineering. Every weapon had been tested against captured alien armor and shields. Every strategy had been planned around detailed knowledge of alien military tactics. The aliens thought they were sending a diplomatic mission backed by overwhelming force to intimidate primitive humans. In reality, they were about to discover that the quiet planet had been preparing for this confrontation for half a century. Send the final message to all fleet commanders, Subin ordered. Operation Revelation begins when the alien fleet enters our solar system. Humanity will finally answer the galaxy's call. What message should we send, Director? Subin looked at the massive display showing Earth's hidden military might. After 53 years of silence, humanity was ready to speak. But they would not speak with words alone. Tell them we are ready to begin negotiations, she said. And make sure they understand that Earth negotiates from a position of strength. The stage was set. In 25 days, 200 alien ships would arrive expecting to find a frightened, primitive world. Instead, they would discover that Earth had been watching, learning, and preparing. The silent planet was about to become very loud indeed. War leader Kef stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Karath Dominator, watching space bend and twist as his fleet dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of Earth's solar system. Behind him, 202 other alien ships materialized in perfect formation. The largest diplomatic enforcement mission in galactic history had arrived. Scanning primitive defenses, reported his tactical officer with barely hidden amusement. We detect approximately 40 small spacecraft in orbit around their planet. Chemical propulsion, basic nuclear reactors, no advanced weapon systems. Kef smiled, showing sharp predator teeth. Exactly as predicted. These humans built toys while the galaxy built real ships. He turned to his communications officer. Open a channel to the human world. Let them see what real civilization looks like. But something was wrong. The sensor officer made a confused sound and checked his instruments again. War leader, I am reading unusual energy signatures throughout the system. Multiple strong signals, but I cannot locate their sources. Before Kef could respond, space around his fleet began to shimmer. Like heat waves rising from hot metal, the emptiness of space rippled and changed. Then, one by one, ships began to appear. First dozens, then hundreds, then more than 1,000 human vessels materialized around the alien fleet. They had been there all along, hidden by technology that made them completely invisible to every scanner the galaxy possessed. The alien fleet found itself surrounded. "Impossible," whispered Kef, his red eyes wide with shock. The human ships were enormous, sleek, beautiful, and obviously advanced far beyond anything his empire had ever built. On the bridge of the human flagship Soul's Pride, Admiral Dae-jung watched the alien fleet with calm satisfaction. He was a tall man with gray hair and patient eyes, wearing a simple blue uniform that bore no resemblance to the elaborate costumes favored by alien commanders. "All ships in position?" he asked quietly. "Yes, Admiral," reported Fleet Captain Dongmin. 1,143 ships deployed in perfect encirclement. Every alien vessel is targeted by a minimum of 5 human ships. They cannot move without our permission. Weapons status? All ships show green status. We have overwhelming firepower advantage. Each of our destroyers outguns their largest battleships. Admiral Dae-jung nodded. 50 years of preparation had led to this moment. Open communications to the alien fleet. All frequencies, all languages. Let them hear Earth's first words to the galaxy. Communications Officer Heejin activated the system that had been designed specifically for this day. Her voice would be broadcast not just to the alien fleet, but to every listening post, every space station, and every government building in alien space. "Attention Galactic Council Fleet," she began in perfect Korath military language. "This is Earth Defense Command. We have received all 847 of your diplomatic messages over the past 53 years. We chose to observe rather than respond immediately. We are now ready to establish formal communications." The alien ships hung in space, completely motionless. On their bridges, alien commanders struggled to understand what they were seeing. The primitive planet had somehow surrounded their entire enforcement fleet with ships that shouldn't exist. War Leader Kef was the first to recover from the shock. "This is impossible. Our intelligence reports showed primitive technology, chemical rockets, basic satellites. How did you hide such a fleet?" Admiral Dae-jung appeared on the main communication screen, his calm face visible to every alien commander. War Leader Kef of the Korath Empire, born on Military World Kef 7, graduated top of class from the Imperial War Academy, veteran of campaigns against 17 different species. You favor direct assault tactics and have never fought an enemy with technological superiority. Kef's jaw dropped. This human knew his personal military history better than most of his own officers. "We know about your secret invasion plans," Admiral Dae-jung continued calmly. "We have recordings of your strategy sessions. We know you volunteered for this mission to claim Earth as a Korath protectorate before the other council species could object. We know about the conquest fleet you have been building for the past year." Throughout the alien fleet, commanders stared at their screens in growing horror. How could primitive humans know military secrets that were supposed to be classified? At the highest levels? Ambassador Hyunwoo of the Vorthak Crystalline Republic. Admiral Dae-jung's attention shifted to another ship. "You have sent 312 diplomatic messages to Earth, all genuinely peaceful. You collect human music broadcasts and have learned to play something called classical guitar. You worry that first contact will go badly and damage both our civilizations, in Tao." His crystal ship Hyunwoo's body flickered through several colors of amazement. The human leader was speaking directly to him, using his own language perfectly, referencing personal information that only his closest friends knew. "Veltar of the Nexari Gas Collective," Admiral Dae-jung continued. "You represent the largest trade network in the galaxy. You have been calculating Earth's potential economic value for 37 years. You own investments in 16 different alien corporations that would benefit from human trade partnerships. Each name, each personal detail, each secret plan was delivered with calm precision. The aliens realized that Earth had not been silent because they were primitive. Earth had been listening to everything. How? Veltar's gas form shifted through several colors of confusion. "How do you know these things?" Admiral Dae-jung smiled slightly. "We have been watching you for 50 years. Our ships have visited every major world in your territories. We have attended your council meetings, recorded your private conversations, and analyzed your military capabilities. We know everything about the galactic community because we chose to learn before we spoke. Fleet Captain Dong Min activated another display. Visual confirmation of surveillance operations. The screen showed recordings from inside alien ships, alien military bases, even alien government buildings. Human stealth technology had allowed them to go anywhere, see anything, and record everything. "You have been spying on us," War Leader Kef snarled, his warrior pride wounded by the revelation that his empire's secrets had been compromised. "We have been learning about our potential neighbors," Admiral Daejung corrected. "The galaxy's history shows that first contact often ends badly for the less prepared civilization. We decided to become the more prepared civilization." Dr. So Young appeared on a secondary screen. "We studied your languages, your cultures, your military tactics, your economic systems, and your political structures. We learned which species could be trusted and which ones planned to conquer us. We used that knowledge to build defenses against the threats and prepare partnerships with potential friends." Around the alien fleet, human ships demonstrated their capabilities with casual ease. Fighters moved at impossible speeds. Capital ships changed position instantly using technology that seemed to ignore known laws of physics. Energy weapons charged and targeted with precision that no alien navy could match. "Your technology," Ambassador Hyunwoo spoke with wonder rather than fear. "You have improved on our designs." "We have improved everything," confirmed Chief Engineer Jin Woo from another screen. "Vorthak crystal technology, enhanced for greater efficiency. Nexari compression systems, modified for higher performance. Korath armor plating, strengthened using human metallurgy. We took the best of your innovations and made them better." The psychological effect was devastating. Every alien species prided themselves on their technological achievements. To learn that primitive humans had not only stolen their designs but improved them was a blow to their fundamental understanding of galactic hierarchy. "What do you want?" Council Leader Mordan's voice came from the Galactic Council command ship. His 6 arms trembled slightly as he spoke. Admiral Daejung's expression became serious. "We want what you offered 53 years ago. Diplomatic relations with the galactic community, trade partnerships, cultural exchange, mutual defense agreements." "Then why did you wait? Why the secrecy?" "Because we wanted those relationships as equals, not as subjects." Admiral Daejung gestured toward the alien fleet. "You came here with 203 warships to force compliance from a species you believed was helpless. That is not diplomacy. That is conquest disguised as civilization." The truth hung in space between the two fleets. Earth had been right to prepare. The galaxy's first instinct when meeting new species was domination, not cooperation. "We are ready to talk now," Admiral Daejung concluded. "But we will talk as equals." 3 days after the confrontation in Earth's solar system, the most advanced diplomatic shuttle in galactic history approached the Galactic Council station. The ship was human-built, but incorporated design elements that honored every major alien civilization. It was a masterpiece of technology and diplomacy combined. President Yuna sat calmly in the passenger compartment, reviewing her speech one final time. She was a middle-aged woman with intelligent eyes and silver-streaked hair, chosen to represent Earth not because of military power, but because of her skill in bringing different groups together. "Approaching the council station," reported the pilot. "All alien ships are maintaining respectful distance, no hostile movements detected." Yuna nodded. The past 3 days had been tense but productive. After the initial shock of discovery, the alien fleet had agreed to peaceful negotiations. War Leader Kef's invasion plans had been quietly abandoned. Even he understood that 203 ships could not fight 143, especially when the 143 were technologically superior. The human shuttle docked with the council station using an airlock that had been built for Earth 53 years ago, but never used. Yuna walked through corridors that had been waiting for her since before she was born, accompanied by Dr. So Young and Admiral Daejung. The council chamber fell silent as the first human representatives entered. Every alien eye, sensor, and communication device focused on the 3 humans walking calmly to the chair, marked Earth representative. President Yuna stood before the assembly and spoke in perfect galactic standard, the diplomatic language used for formal occasions. Honorable representatives of the Galactic Council, I am President Yuna of Earth. For 53 years, you have invited us to join this community. We accept your invitation. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. Several aliens made sounds of relief. At least the humans seemed civilized and peaceful. However, Yuna continued, and the chamber fell silent again. We must establish new understandings before Earth formally joins the Council. Council Leader Mordan leaned forward with 4 of his 6 arms resting on his desk. What understandings do you require? Yuna activated a holographic display that showed detailed star maps of the galaxy. Red zones marked areas where human surveillance ships had been operating. Blue zones showed alien military buildups. Green zones indicated peaceful trade routes. For 53 years, we observed the galactic community. We learned that peaceful species are often conquered by aggressive ones. We learned that joining the Council does not guarantee protection from other Council members. We learned that the galaxy's rules favor the strong and exploit the weak. The display shifted to show specific examples. Alien worlds that had been protected by stronger neighbors, then gradually absorbed. Trade agreements that became economic slavery. Defensive pacts that became occupation forces. Ambassador Hyunwoo's crystal body flickered with uncomfortable orange light. You believe the Council system is flawed? We believe the Council system reflects galactic reality, Yuna replied diplomatically. The strong make decisions and the weak follow them. Earth chooses not to be weak. War Leader Kef, who had been unusually quiet since the confrontation, finally spoke. What are your demands? Yuna smiled slightly. Not demands. Proposals for mutual benefit. The holographic display changed again, showing Earth's solar system with detailed defensive networks. Alien observers could see massive shipyards, defense, platforms, and patrol fleets throughout human space. Earth will join the Council as a founding security member, Yuna announced. Our fleet will patrol regions of space that currently lack adequate protection from pirates and hostile forces. We will share our improved technologies with species that demonstrate genuine peaceful intentions. We will establish trade relationships that benefit all participants equally. And in return? Asked Veltar, his gas form shifting to curious purple. In return, Earth's solar system remains under exclusive human control. No alien ships enter our territory without specific permission. No Council decisions affecting Earth are made without Earth's agreement. And any species that threatens Earth faces the combined response of Earth and its new allies. The chamber erupted in discussions. This was unprecedented. New Council members usually accepted whatever terms the existing powers offered. Earth was negotiating as if they held superior bargaining position, which of course they did. Council Leader Mordan gestured for quiet. You ask for treatment as equals despite being newcomers to galactic civilization. We ask for treatment as equals because we have proven our capabilities, Yuna corrected. Our fleet demonstrated technological superiority. Our intelligence network proved we understand galactic politics better than most species understand their own neighbors. Our preparations showed we can defend ourselves and our allies effectively. Dr. So Young stepped forward and activated another display. We have detailed proposals for beneficial partnerships with each Council species. Trade agreements that increase prosperity for everyone involved. Technology sharing that advances all participating civilizations. Defense pacts that provide real security rather than theoretical protection. The display showed specific benefits for each alien civilization. Technologies that would solve their energy problems, trade routes that would increase their wealth, military assistance that would protect their worlds from genuine threats. These benefits come with cooperation, Dr. So Young continued. Species that work with Earth gain access to our resources and capabilities. Species that oppose us discover why Earth spent 50 years preparing for galactic contact. It was a perfect combination of promise and threat, delivered with diplomatic courtesy but absolute clarity. Admiral Dae Jung presented the military aspects. Earth currently operates the largest and most advanced fleet in the galaxy. We are prepared to use this fleet to maintain peace and stability. Pirates, raiders, and aggressive empires will find their activities much more difficult with human patrols protecting trade routes and peaceful worlds. Several smaller alien species made sounds of interest. They had been requesting council protection from pirates for decades, usually receiving polite promises and no actual help. What about existing power structures? War leader Kef asked suspiciously. He commanded one of the galaxy's major military forces and did not want competition. Existing structures continue unchanged for species that choose cooperation over confrontation. Admiral Daejung replied calmly. Earth has no interest in conquering alien worlds or interfering in internal affairs. We simply insist on equal treatment and mutual respect. The unspoken message was clear. Work with Earth and prosper. Work against Earth and face consequences. President Yuna concluded her presentation by displaying Earth's flag alongside the symbols of other council species. The galaxy is large enough for all of us to succeed together. Earth offers partnership to those who want it, protection to those who need it, and strength to preserve peace for everyone. And to those who refuse? Asked a warrior species representative. Yuna's expression remained diplomatically pleasant. We hope everyone will make wise choices. The council voted 3 hours later. Earth was accepted as a full council member with security authority over previously unpatrolled space regions. 12 species immediately requested defense partnerships. 37 species proposed trade agreements. Even war leader Kef agreed to joint military exercises designed to improve galactic security cooperation. 6 months later, Admiral Daejung stood on the observation deck of a new human space station, located at a major galactic trade nexus. Human patrols had reduced piracy in the region by 90%. Trade volume had increased by 40%. 3 different species had requested Earth's help in mediating territorial disputes. Status report he requested from his aide. All patrol routes operating normally, sir. The Nexari have proposed a new trade partnership that would increase their efficiency by 15%. The Vorthak want to establish a joint research facility for crystal technology improvements. Even the Korath have asked for assistance upgrading their defensive systems. Admiral Daejung nodded with satisfaction. Earth had achieved everything they had planned during 50 years of careful preparation. They had joined the galactic community as equals rather than subjects. They had established themselves as a major power without firing a single shot in anger. They had created a network of allies who benefited from cooperation rather than feared conquest. And the Council's reaction to our success? Positive overall, sir. Several species have privately admitted they wish they had thought of Earth's approach when they joined the Council. Ambassador Hyunwoo says the galaxy is more stable now than it has been in centuries. Through the observation window, Admiral Daejung watched human and alien ships working together to escort a merchant convoy safely through space. The galaxy had learned new rules. Cooperation was more profitable than conquest. Partnership was stronger than dominance. And sometimes the best way to join a community was to prove you didn't need them before asking to belong. Earth had been silent for 53 years. Now they were the loudest voice for peace, prosperity, and mutual respect in the galaxy. The humans had taught the universe that true strength came not from the ability to destroy, but from the wisdom to build something better.